You won't believe your eyes. In today's video, we're diving into some of the most ridiculous and downright confusing truck maneuvers ever caught on camera. From poorly timed turns and unbelievable drifts to hilariously failed reverse attempts, you'll be left wondering, how did these people even get a license? Get ready, because what you're about to see will leave you both laughing and furious. Oh, for Pete's sake. Where do these hotshots think they're driving that heavy equipment? Definitely not my driveway. That truck is as big as a small RV and flopped over like a pancake. They deserve an Emmy for this spectacular miscalculation. Bless their hearts.
No!
These truck drivers must be filming an episode of Dumb and Dumber. That 20,000-pound excavator is dancing like it's auditioning for a Vegas show. They need a big glass of Kool-Aid and a long nap. Get ready for some serious belly laughs. These 4x4 Toyota and Mitsubishi trucks are stuck in mud that looks 3 feet deep. This Trans-Sulawesi trip is tougher than driving Route 66 inches of blizzard. Both drivers look like they're trying to pull off a giant mud donut. Somebody hand them a napkin for the windshield. This monster, Caterpillar 992G, is trucking 435 miles. It's nearly the size of a Manhattan studio apartment. This mining move must cost more in gas than my cross-country drive last year. Let's hope the driver doesn't need a pit stop halfway through. That's one heavy-duty earth mover. Talk about David versus Goliath. A little pickup truck like a Ford Ranger, just convinced. A huge 40-ton dump truck loaded with quarry stone to take a nap in the ditch. That impact must have sounded louder than a 4th of July fireworks show. Somebody call Bob the Builder, he's got a big job. Oh boy, these drivers need a crash course literally. Watch those crazy big trucks and buses fly at 70 miles per hour. They're driving like it's a video game, but without the restart button. Total idiots at work for sure. Hope their insurance premiums are up to date. This 18-wheeler Howo got swallowed by a massive 10-foot deep hole. The rescue driver must be a real traffic wizard. This tow job is more suspenseful than watching the Super Bowl. Good thing he didn't get his favorite cowboy hat dirty. That's pure Hollywood action.
No.
That road is slicker than a buttered pancake, yet our driver is totally chill. He's steering with the confidence of a pilot landing a 747. He's going slower than walking speed, maybe 5 miles per hour. He must be listening to some country music and enjoying the cruise. These operators are turning the job site into a giant mini golf course. That excavator is tipping over like it confused the controls with the stick shift on a Ford F-150. This is more must-see TV than the Super Bowl. I hope they have good insurance. A yard waste truck just took a nap on a Dutch road. Tons, that's about 2,000 pounds, of grass and branches spilled out, creating a messy garden party. It looks like a hurricane hit someone's yard sale. Hope the cleanup crew has a giant leaf blower. That dump truck pulled a major oopsie. Palm oil fruit is scattered everywhere, a free all-you-can-eat buffet for local critters. The excavator and trailer truck are tackling this mess like a classic heavy-duty tug-of-war. Hope they clear that palm fruit soup before supper. What a sight, right out of a Monster Jam show. Look at these crane and truck operators struggle. It's an epic fail compilation of heavy machinery. I bet these guys think they're playing giant Jenga. What a sight. It's like watching a Looney Tunes cartoon version of a construction site. You can't look away. Oh, snap. Another evacuation on that intense bank turn. Don't worry, it's not L. A. Traffic. That truck weighs a solid 80,000 pounds, 40 tons, and it needs a safe liftoff. Hope the driver remembered his favorite cowboy hat. That's one steep slope. These pro operators are turning the construction site into a comedy show. The excavator flops like a toy truck. Someone needs to check their licenses. They must have been distracted by a new golf swing. That maneuver was worse than me trying to park my phone 150 inches the garage. Navigating this 10-gate lock is a real heart-stopper challenge. You need steady hands, like maneuvering an 800-foot container ship through a narrow canyon. Don't worry, the captain probably had an extra strong Starbucks this morning. Talk about a masterclass in skill.
Quá, trời ơi, xịt khói luôn cả nhà ơi. Cha vô cái gầm xịt khói luôn á. Cố lên. Quá trời, chở quá đầy.
Wow. The Tapajós River ferry crossing in Itaituba, Brazil is like a personal cruise. That river looks a mile wide, like crossing Lake Michigan. Who says adventure is only for youngsters? Watch your step. You might spot an Amazon dolphin, or at least a semi-truck parking in the wrong spot on the deck. Truck drivers are tackling a road worse than my driveway after a snowstorm. That hill looks like it's a 45-degree angle. They're driving those 80,000-pound rigs like they're on ice. Better grab some strong coffee and a hard hat. It's like watching the Baja 1000 race. What a wild ride. Oh, buckle up, Buttercup. That truck, heavier than a Texas Longhorn, is teetering on a mountain pass. Looks like the driver packed one too many Big Macs in the cargo. That tilt is nearly 45 degrees, like a black diamond ski slope. Hope he's wearing his seatbelt and didn't spill his coffee. Watch these pros turn a 50-ton excavator into a comedy show. Trucks speed like a Mustang, but handle like a golf cart. The wacky maneuvers will make you wonder, where did they get their license? Probably on Mars. These are the folks that give insurance companies gray hair. Watch these engineers wrestle with a 40-ton semi and heavy equipment. It's like America's Funniest Home Videos meets the construction site. Look at how they park that 53-foot truck, like a toddler fitting a square peg in a round hole. They deserve a gold medal for clumsiness. This coal hauler rivalry is a real Super Bowl on wheels. Those classic Euro 2 big rigs, the Hino 500 and Fuso 6X4 HD, are cruising thousands of miles like champs. The new Euro 4 seconds? They're running like they have flat tires. Looks like the latest technology needs a major tune-up. This Liebherr excavator weighs 275,000 pounds, about 137.5 US tons. That's bigger than my mobile home. Fasoulas Heavy Transports is moving it, which must take more fuel than a cross-country flight. Hope they have enough coffee and donuts for this massive road trip. These equipment fails are gold. Watch that big logging truck showcase its skills, right before it knocks everything over. It's like watching a Super Bowl with a guaranteed fumble. I bet those drivers wish they had a GPS that yelled, "Turn back, you turkey!" These construction cowboys are turning the job site into a comedy show. Dump trucks speeding like they're in a NASCAR race. These equipment fails are absolutely bonkers. It's going to take a literal ton of steel to fix this mess. Watch how not to do it, folks.
Trình đổ đèo ở bên phía Hải Vân Bắc. Hôm nay thì thời tiết nó tương đối khô ráo, tuy nhiên
What a nail biter. That semi-truck is straining like crazy. Hauling a massive piece of equipment it must weigh as much as a small RV up the Highvan Pass. That slope looks like a 20-degree incline. This driver must be running on pure Starbucks. It's like watching the Super Bowl of trucking.
Rất nhanh chóng, chiếc xe đã thoát được khúc cua đầu tiên trong hành trình đèo của mình rồi. Một con dốc quanh co uốn lượn tiếp theo. Ở vị trí này thì những chiếc xe đi ngược chiều rất dễ bị mất đà ở đây. Kết thúc cái đoạn này thì xe sẽ xuống đến vị trí 2 khúc cua gấp liên tục ở ngay phía dưới, được thoát cua một cách an toàn nhất.
This asphalt truck took an unexpected side trip. It's upside down in the ditch, looking like a beached whale. That asphalt weighs several tons. I bet the driver just needed a new way to pave the road. Hopefully, he's just got a few scratches. Those little ATVs are yanking stuck cars out of the mud. It's like watching a tiny dachshund pulling a Ford F-150 pickup. Those cars are trapped in mud that's maybe 2 feet, 0.6 meters deep. Rent an ATV if you don't want to miss your tea time. Toodaloo, Ashtabula. That 300-foot-high smokestack finally made its grand exit. The dust cloud dissipated quicker than a politician's promise. Now we can finally get a clear view of Ohio. It's certainly made one heck of a final smoke show. What a spectacular demonstration of demolition fireworks. A semi-truck has a mishap on the world's meanest road. It looks like this big rig just dropped a few tons of cargo down a 1,000-foot drop. Hopefully, the driver pulled into a roadside pit stop on the other side of the mountain for a rest. He definitely earned a strong cup of Texas coffee.
Banyak lagi, Mas. Satu lagi.
That Batu Jumba climb is steeper than any hill on a golf course in Augusta. Those huge trucks look like they're trying to scale the Empire State Building. Look, that driver might need a stronger cup of joe and a donut. This is quite the free outdoor spectacle. The arduous journey has ended, but the power of the giant machines still resonates. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next breathtaking action scenes. See you again in the upcoming eye-catching trips. Bless their hearts. These stars are turning $500,000 excavators into toddler toys. It's all a hilarious mess, like America's funniest home videos on a construction site. Watch that dump truck do the Macarena. Let's hope they only need a new shovel, not a whole new machine. Truckers tackle a rough 300 feet hill, with their rigs shaking like a discount massage chair. It's thrilling, a bit funny, and pure American grit. A 23-ton excavator and a 40-foot trailer teamed up to rescue a tilted dump truck full of palm fruit. What seemed tense turned charming like a light-hearted country road scene in America.
Maju! Lagi terus! Oke. Oke. Kanan, ganjal! Ganjal, ganjal!
Standing nearly 100 feet tall in Durango, El Palomo makes everyone look up. Many American seniors joke, at our age, climbing a few steps is adventure enough. A charming and impressive symbol of Mexico. A runaway cement mixer truck barreled down a small American street, shaking porches and coffee mugs. Seniors watching from their 20-foot driveways joked, "Well, that's more action than TV today." Moments later, heroes stepped in, crisis avoided. truck packed with nearly 20 feet of yard waste tipped sideways on Frieseweg, giving the whole neighborhood a good chuckle. Locals showed up with brooms and even apple pie to cheer up the embarrassed driver. Heavy-duty trucks climbing steep American hills can be both thrilling and funny. Viewers 65 plus will enjoy these harmless goof-ups moments where brave drivers get a little too bold, yet end up giving everyone a good laugh. Hilarious youth. S. Style goofs with trucks and heavy machines sliding a few feet, backing off by a couple inches, then scratching their heads like nothing happened. Light-hearted fun that'll make any American senior chuckle. Jumba slope, rising nearly 1,000 feet, trucks crawl up like Uncle Joe climbing the porch steps. Each engine roar makes you hold your breath, then smile at the driver's stubborn charm. It feels just like those old cross-country trips. The brand new Cat 352 digger shows off its power, lifting tons of dirt like a breeze. The truck fleet moves so smoothly that an old foreman joked, "Watching them work makes me feel like coming back to the job." These giant dump trucks, big as American steel bison, rush across the site while the workers fumble in that charming classic U.S. way. It's the kind of clip that makes you laugh in your rocking chair and remember fixing the backyard fence with your old pickup. Watch the 275,000-pound leap hair, 984 glide on the road as Fasoulas handles it like a Sunday drive. Every wheel turn feels like piloting a giant pickup just a little bigger than your average two-story home. These heavy-ton American trucks rush like a wild rodeo, while the operators make hilarious oops moves. Viewers 65 plus will enjoy the excitement, just like watching neighbors slip a bit while shoveling snow, funny but harmless.
Oke, terus.
As the crew tackled a 30-degree tilted curve, the U.S. rescue team moved like a country line dance. One wrong step and you'd slide 10 feet, so everyone held their breath, then laughed when Uncle Jerry said, "I may be 70, but my balance is still top-notch."
Okay.
Towering 100 feet cranes and heavy trucks can turn a tiny few-inch mistake into a surprisingly funny scene. Viewers 65 plus will enjoy the mix of tension and humor as operators show just a bit more confidence than their machines can handle. Watch America's bold crane, excavator, and big wood truck drivers pull off skills that are impressive and sometimes hilariously overconfident. A light-hearted reminder of those old pickup truck days on a wide 50-acre farm. Sit back and enjoy the laughs.
The truck is not difficult moving forward.
A 435-mile trip hauling the giant Caterpillar 992G is enough to make any American senior smile. It's so big it needs a whole day just to turn around. A fun glimpse of power, skill, and classic American road humor. This 435-mile journey moves the giant Caterpillar 992G, America's big friendly neighbor, across wide-open landscapes. Every turn brings a charming moment, with just enough humor to make you want to sit back, turn on the radio, and ride along. Crossing the 10-gate spillway can make anyone's heart skip a beat. A 300-foot train slides through a narrow waterway just a few feet wide. Yet the engineer stays calm like cruising down Main Street. Nerve-wracking. Sure, but as funny as watching your neighbor practice golf.
Cứ từ từ mà lên mọi người ơi. Bên kia thì bị bung luôn. Được. Kia này phải xà lan này phải trôi trở lại rồi nè. Quá về nước chảy xiết quá. Do máy nữa rồi tài công nữa. Tài công phải thật là lái thật là cứng.
Tải ben và một chiếc máy cuốc đang đổ đeo. Khá là đẹp.
A heart-pounding moment as a big rig hauls a 50,000-pound machine up Haivan Pass. The driver stays as calm as cruising through the Rockies, even joking with the engine. Come on, buddy. Just a few more yards to the top.
Âu dâu. Tiếng động cơ thì khá là ồn. Mình đứng ngay bên cạnh nghe nó chói tai, đứt hết cái đầu luôn.
An asphalt truck flipped into a 10-foot ditch, stirring the town like a Friday night football game. The driver walked away shaken, joking he might take a slightly longer coffee break next time. At Hull Oaks Lumber Co., the saws still hum like the good old days when wood was measured in inches and feet. The scent of fresh timber feels like nostalgia, and veteran workers joke, "This plank is straighter than my back every morning." The overloaded truck crawled up the 8,000-foot pass, tilting just enough to make everyone hold their breath. But the silver-haired driver stayed calm, joking, "At this rate, I'll lose 5 pounds before we reach the top." The showdown between the Euro 2 Hino 500 and the Fuso 6X4 HD is as lively as an old Route 66 truck rally. Both pull tens of thousands of pounds with ease, yet the newer Euro 4 oddly falls behind, giving seniors a good chuckle. Watch America's misguided operators wrangle 20-foot trucks and giant excavators in the most hilarious ways. Seniors watching can't help but chuckle. Good grief, staying in one piece after driving like that is a miracle. Even on a road slick as ice, the driver cruised calmly at 30 miles per hour, tapping the wheel like he's enjoying some old school jazz. The passengers held their breath, then laughed when he joked, "Relax, I've been driving like this since the Nixon days."
Ayun. Ayun. Atrik bro, atrik sikit.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss the next crazy stunts. See you in the next video. Oh, for heaven's sake, this week's clips feature a spectacular mishap that's funnier than a Seinfeld rerun. Watch a guy try to clear a tiny obstacle maybe 2 feet high and totally miss the mark. Grab your popcorn. This is a barrel of laughs. These fails are worse than when I drove my Oldsmobile Cutlass. Watch these clowns challenge gravity with 18-wheelers. It's a total circus on the highway. Some folks need to go straight back to driving school. Hilarious. Check out these workplace comedians from 2022. They deserve the Golden Dumbbell Award for sheer clumsiness. It makes you wonder, did they share one brain cell? Watch out, laughing too hard might give you a cramp worse than a bad slice on the golf course. These big rigs are totally stuck. Looks like they tried to drive across a Texas football field after a downpour. Going downhill, that truck turned into a giant mud plow. Someone clearly forgot to buy the slick mud insurance package. Bless their hearts.
ਧਿਆਨ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ 85 ਦਾ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਖਿੱਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਕੈਮਰਾ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਕਰ ਗਿਆ ਗੁੱਸਾ 385 ਦਾ ਇਮਤਿਹਾਨ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ
That giant flatbed truck got absolutely schooled by the slippery, wet mountain road. It's heavy as a hippo and sliding like a sled. The driver must be wishing he had another 500 horsepower and some fresh tires. Looks like they'll need a seriously huge tow lift.
Dễ vàng. Tiền hố. Đấy, thấy rồi.
A big truck flipped on the icy canal wagon's wall. Looks like the driver was trying for an Olympic ice skating medal. It's an amazing world of Gumball episode come to life. Hope he didn't spill his coffee, that's the real disaster. That 53-foot semi is taking a nap sideways. Boom. Get ready for an implosion compilation that's truly explosive. Watch a 150-foot building vanish in under 10 seconds. It's better than any Hollywood movie stunt. They clean up old architecture faster than you can make your morning coffee. Now that's efficient. These heavy equipment operators need a serious refresher course. Watch that bulldozer flip over like a giant pancake. The crane is swaying like it just downed a few Budweisers. This is an A+ fail performance. Bless their hearts. Whoa, that's a traffic jam. A massive truck decided to take an unscheduled nap on the A28 near Zwolle. It's going to take some serious muscle to tow that metal beast. It weighs more than 80,000 pounds. Hope the recovery crew brought enough coffee and donuts for this heavy-duty gig. Watch these. Rookies try to handle a 40-ton truck. It's a total bad day. Car fails, work fails. It's not a mistake. It's slapstick comedy. Guaranteed to give you a belly laugh. Makes you realize how lucky you are to be retired. These excavator and dozer skills will have you howling. Who gave these superstars a license? That 20-ton dump truck flipping over looks like a Hot Wheels toy. These are the finest operator moves of 2025. Watch and wonder, how on earth did they manage that? American power. This Cat D 8R is ripping through rock layers like they're warm butter. It weighs as much as a Ford F-150 pickup loaded with gym weights. That operator is a rock star, turning the construction site into a disco floor. Who needs a jackhammer when you have this big boy? Oh my goodness, that tractor trailer just tipped over right next to me. It was as huge as a Manhattan studio apartment. Glad I missed that less than perfect parking job. Hope the driver didn't spill his coffee. What a dramatic start to the day.
Subiu do céu, segura. Tombou, tombou. Não, não, não! Ah! Sai daí, Thiago.
These big truck driving skills are pure madness. That 18-wheeler nearly gave the guardrail a little smooch. Watch these driving athletes maneuver these 80,000-pound rigs. Just watching is enough to raise your blood pressure. Hold on to your coffee cup. Oh, for heaven's sake! Get ready for the heavy equipment Hall of Shame. Watch operators turn a bulldozer into a Tonka truck. A 40,000-pound dump truck nearly flattens itself like a pancake. This compilation is the gold standard of hold my beer moments. You'll be laughing for miles. G'day, mate. Episode 643. We're at Port Adelaide where massive Aussie trucks, some stretching 60 feet, 18 meters, roll by. Are they bigger than your RV? Keep an eye out for the monstrous road trains. Goodness gracious, those haulers are longer than a football field. A true Aussie spectacle. What are these pros even doing? Watch that excavator flip like a pancake. That dump truck driver must have failed his Class A license. Is he trying to park in a space about 15 feet long? This is a truly epic, hilarious disaster reel.
You don't have to change for it.
Meu Deus. Titanic. Meu.
A big 18-wheeler just flipped over at the Quatre Bras traffic circle. Guess that driver thought he was in a NASCAR race. The Nordbergum corridor will be backed up worse than rush hour in L. A. Hope he's only late for his coffee and that the truck is okay after that crazy nap. Quais du ruim. That's Portuguese for a close call. Looks like someone missed the stop sign by about 10 feet. A real mission. Impossible moment. Good thing everything worked out fine. Just need a strong cup of joe to get my heartbeat back down to a normal 70 to 80 BPM.
Anh em đi đường này thì thôi rồi. Cái xe ôi nghiêng quá rồi. Tí nữa đợt xe luôn. Bên đào đấy, không để đi đào của chúng ta đâu rồi. Đây là chiếc long lanh. Ôi dồi ôi. Không thể để nổi luôn anh em ạ. Đông quá rồi. Thôi, bắt lùi lại rồi.
Thằng Phong KX.
Ôi rồi ôi ôi. Đây đây. Bắt lần sau, quay vlog này. Đây, anh em bên đào ấy thì
Now that's some cowboy driving. This extreme logging truck, easily 15 feet tall, is climbing a hill like it's hauling a box of toothpicks. He's handling that massive rig like he's parallel parking on Fifth Avenue. Seriously skilled work, it's a Hollywood stunt waiting to happen. That massive big rig is tackling those steep 45-degree hills like it's cruising down Fifth Avenue. Judging by its size, that trailer must be at least 13 feet, 4 meters tall. That driver must have had a hearty breakfast. Talk about a thrilling American cross-country haul. That tricked-out pickup just turned into a giant muddy chocolate donut. The driver must be wishing for a huge car wash bucket. Those enormous 35-inch tires are stuck in a half-foot of slick mud after the rain. Looks like he's trying to drive that truck straight up Mount Rushmore. This monster pickup is totally stuck on a muddy incline. The mud is flying maybe 10 feet high. It looks like a failed episode of Dukes of Hazzard. That driver needs an emergency call to AAA, or at least a 1-gallon scoop of ice-cold lemonade. That gold mining sand truck is getting a free mud bath. What a mess. The tires are sunk in about 2 feet. It looks like a scene straight out of the Dukes of Hazzard. Hope the driver has a cold soda while he waits for a tow. What a day to remember.
นี่ถือว่าเป็นรถร่วมหนึ่งเดียวนะ
That Dutch semi had a rough day on the 828 near Zwolle. Now, the tow truck heroes are lifting it like a giant $50,000 toy. Hopefully, it was just loaded with French fries or Gouda cheese, and not anything heavy. This massive tractor trailer is sliding down a slick mountain road. It's dancing like a ballet dancer that weighs 40,000 pounds. The driver must be wishing for new Goodyear tires. This downhill slide is better than a NASCAR episode. Hold on to your hat, cowboy. That massive truck, hauling maybe 53,000 pounds, is stuck deep in the mud. It's totally bogged down, like trying to pull a milkshake out of the freezer. Now they're using an excavator to yank it out. This recovery operation looks like a country version of Fast and Furious. Hope they called a professional tow service, not the driver's redneck cousin. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss the next crazy stunts. See you in the next video.